Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a wrap with me. I'm going to wrap all the presents I have in the floor, everything I have on the bed, and I have a few up on my desk, and I have one more big one in my closet. But today is wrapping day. That way everything can be ready for Christmas, and then if I have the chance, I'm gonna wrap today for my family Christmas too that we're doing on the 29th. That way everything is done and I don't have to worry about anything later on. So yeah, I'm gonna set this camera up, I'm gonna put on a show I like, and let's do this. Okay, so we have finally made it. It is Christmas Eve, and it's present wrapping day. I don't know. I was never one of those people who waited until the last minute to wrap presents, and this year it just kind of got away from me, give or take. I didn't really film this on Christmas Eve. I filmed this on the 23rd, but it's going up on Christmas Eve, and I'm still wrapping presents. So, yeah. But Merry Christmas to everyone watching this video. I just wanted to do this to give you some present wrapping motivation. And honestly, I wish I was one of those people who did the fancy setup and had the big old fancy table and everything laid out. And no, I am not one of those people. I pick out my wrapping paper, I get out all the presents, grab my tape, my scissors, everything else I need, and usually sit on the floor and just kind of go to town. I started with Nevaeh's presents, and I wanted to start with hers just because I knew where everything was laid out, and I don't know. Hers are just the easiest to wrap right now. I think it's because she's still so small. Because she's only 19 months old. Well, heck, tomorrow she's going to be 20 months old. So, yeah. But she's not 2 yet. But, so all the presents are still really cute. Some of them really small. And it's just all that. And I did get this pink Christmas wrapping paper off of Amazon. I got this and some other green wrapping paper you will see me use for the boys' presents later on in this video from Amazon, and I love it. Worked really well. The only thing was I didn't realize this pink was foil wrapping paper, and foil wrapping paper always requires more tape than you realize. So yeah, I ended up going through 2.5 rolls of this tape wrapping just the kids' presents alone. So yeah, and you're gonna see the cats, because if I'm doing anything on the floor, the cats are gonna be right there next to me trying to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so here I'm wrapping stocking stuffers. I'm still not done wrapping her all of her presents yet, but I do wrap stocking stuffers. I know some people don't do that. We always did. Oh, well, when I was growing up, our stocking stuffers were always wrapped. So I just kind of, that's just kind of what we do in this family. We wrap stocking stuffers. And today and for her stocking stuffers, we got her some magnets because she likes the magnets on the refrigerator. She likes to pull them off and put them back on and walk. It's just something funny. So we got her some magnets for the refrigerator, as well as we got her one of those little Pop-It. It's a ball, but it's like little Pop-It balls. It's rainbow color, so she's gonna like that. And a little sippy cup, a straw sippy cup with a lion and her name on it. Those are her stocking stuffers this year, as well as probably a candy cane and some M&Ms. Okay, so at this point, we are moving on to the boys' presents. I was gonna wrap Isaiah's, and then I was gonna wrap Bryson's, and then I was kind of going through all the presents. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna wrap whatever I can get to, and I'm going to just make piles and keep the piles separated. That way, when it comes to putting gift tags on, it's just easier to do it that way. And I kind of picked the pink paper for Nevaeh on purpose. That way, I didn't have to put name tags on hers. It's pink. It's kind of easy to tell. Pink paper, Nevaeh. Of course, if we add in another girl later on, then that won't work. But for right now, um, pink paper works. And last year I tried to do each kid an individual paper, and it did not work. We kept I didn't have enough paper to do each kid in their own. So yeah. So this year I just kind of, the boys got a whole lot of different papers, mix and match, and then I'll just put name tags. And Nevaeh's, of course, was all pink. want to mention, these are not all of their presents. While this is a lot here, this is not all of their presents. They do have some presents over at my grandma's that we'll probably end up wrapping tonight when we go over there. And I do want to mention, for the boy stocking stuffers, they're getting a pair of socks, piece, a luggage tag, because we got them the duffel bag. And shoot, there is something else. And when I was putting in the stocking stuffer bag, I saw it and it's wrapped weird, and I kept thinking, what is this thing? And for the life of me now, when I'm doing this voiceover, I cannot remember what it is. If I see it, I will probably try and remember it, but who knows? I don't know. That's my brain. It's holiday, my brain's done. Oh, yeah. It's a phone charger. They're each getting a phone charger that's going in their stocking. So that is their 3 stockings. And that's usually give or take. We do fruit, candy, and about 3 smaller gifts in their stocking. That's kind of how it worked with our family. And the fruit is usually an apple, a banana, and an orange. What do you guys put in your stockings if you do stockings? What do you put in stockings? I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to me. also get the boys snacks every year. When I was growing up, my grandma did snack boxes for me, my brother, and my two cousins, and it was our favorite things. Like, me and my cousin Sydney usually got a jar of pickles. I got a can of salsa con queso cheese that I like. Well, that I used to be able to eat. Now as an adult with my stomach issues, I cannot eat it. But I used to get a jar of that and a bag of tortilla chips, as well as the mini Coke cans, like a 6-pack of those, and probably some candy. And we don't do full out snack boxes for Bryson and Isaiah just yet. But this year they each got a Prime and a bag of Takis. Isaiah's his favorite is the Blue Heat. Bryson's are the Fuego, so they each got a bag of Takis and their Prime that they like. So, well, actually, I don't know if they like this Prime. I think it's the winter Prime. It's called Snowball Slush or something. Snowball Slushy. I don't even remember what it's called, but you can see the bottle there. But they're each getting that, and then they're getting gummy bears, M&Ms, Lifesavers, and Sour Patch Kids, and some kind of watermelon flavored gummy in their stocking this year. So yeah, I do want to mention the candy. Nevaeh's just getting M&Ms and 3 presents and probably the fruit. Last year, her snack was like all her little baby snacks that she liked, but yeah, this year she's kind of over all the little baby snacks, and I don't see the point in getting her a giant bag of Cheetos yet, or a bag of chips, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. As they get older, we'll probably add in snack boxes like we did, like my grandma did for us as we got older, but yeah, you never know. But that's going to be it for this wrap with me. Merry Christmas. And I will see you. Actually, I am posting a vlog on Christmas. So if you're just kind of hanging at home, chilling out, then you can watch that. And I'm also going to film my Christmas, and hopefully that will be up on the 26th. So you can see how we spent Christmas. Okay, so everything for Christmas is wrapped. I've just got to put names on everything and clean all of this up. And yeah, so thank you for watching this wrap with me. I hope it gave you some wrapping motivation, and I will see you tomorrow. And if you don't watch tomorrow, then Merry Christmas.